Hi, this is Abhishek, the host for today. It's a pleasant cloudy day here in UBS, and we have with us Miss Manisha Pandey, our guest for the day. She's a principal officer from Decrypt. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, I hope this is your first visit in UBS.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how do you feel after entering those lush green gates of UBS?
I think your campus is really lovely, I must say that.
Okay, so can you just quickly give me two best aspects of this environment you felt after entering?
It's very close to nature, first of all. I think as student, you definitely need to be close to nature to learn a lot of things, not just inside college, but from around you. So that's the best part about it, for sure. Second, definitely, I think I am not sure, but maybe this campus itself, I have not taken around, but maybe this campus itself looks, I mean, it's spacious for a place like Mumbai, definitely. It's a place to be in. So, all the best to you guys.
Thank you, ma'am. So, this is what we as students feel like when we come for placements. So, should a student focus more on the package which a company offers or the job role which is gonna benefit them? What should they focus rightly on?
You have to focus on both actually. You can't live without any. See, there are pros and cons for both the things. You have to ultimately decide what is it that you want to do. Sometimes it could be a short term gain like a good package. Sometimes it could be a long term thing where you really want to understand where do you want to reach in life. And that's where I think more than us, it's responsibility of the students also at the end of the day to decide that where is it that they want to be in, and then take a trade-off is what I would say, because you are intelligent lot to decide for yourself in terms of what do you want to do.
We are in UBS are being coached with a curriculum of experiential learning. So, what do you feel that we have as students have added advantage with the kind of training we get in the market?
I would say I think that is very, very relevant in today's environment. If something of this sort is already happening here, that will definitely help students, in the coming future. However, most importantly, do keep that in mind that whatever you learn today versus what you will do, there is a huge gap between the two, and the more you are able to understand that gap, if you're not able to bridge, it's okay, but as long as you understand that what I'm learning today and how I'm going to exercise, these are two different worlds altogether. So somewhere in with this management course, you are just getting ready for that change to kind of get in your life. So all of these small things that you are doing, be it running a company, or maybe doing a corporate training, or maybe projects with organizations, only one suggestion is what I can do. It's good, but just make sure that try to get into the skin of the things. It is very, very important, not just for the sake of like there is a project, let me finish it, there are 2 months that I have to invest. No, not like that. I think those 2 months, 3 months, whatever that period is, very, very crucial. Try to get into the skin of the organization in terms of not just limited to your work, but understanding that okay, what this work is all about, why is it done, for whom it is done, and what is the role that you are going to play if you do it one way or the other. So I think that's something is very, very important. I mean, for everybody to ensure that whenever you take up any project, be it inside your college or outside in the organization, make sure that you try and be at least 1 mile ahead of what is required in that project, because that's what will help you understand in terms of application of that project, and that is very important. So the experiential learning is what you have. I think it's a very, very progressive step. Let it be there and try and add more feathers to that, like having more exposure to the organization, the various kind of projects that you can actually handle apart from the curriculum that is already there, is what I think should be.
Okay. So, ma'am, while adding to the point of experiential learning, I also wanted to know. So, while we are running a company, even I'm working in a corporate of ELC, Excolon Private Limited, we have various departments like HR, and we have marketing. So, we have targets to achieve. So, we have clients to satisfy. We are also having various outside clients also. So, we have to balance between our personal life, academics, and our work. So, there is some kind of stress the students gain while working because of this balancing. So we understand that this would be multiplied when we get into the real world. So how have you managed, and what tips do you give for the students to manage this stress of work?
See, stress is something I would say, if something gives you stress, don't do that. It's as simple as that. It's not something fancy, but that's the reality. This is how it should be. So if in your real life, wherever you are, even in your personal life, if something is giving you stress, you have to figure out the root cause. I mean, sometimes there are lack of understanding of the work itself is what will give you sheer stress. So if you don't like it, then don't do it. Figure out what you like and then start doing it. There is no other way of dealing with the stress because of that. The other is, I think somewhere it also helps at times talking to other people in terms of what's going on in your life or in your work will really help you understand in terms of how you can mitigate that. I think that's something is very, very important, is what you'll have to keep two things. Try and understand and get into the root cause in terms of why do you feel that something is bothering you. A lot of time, because we don't want to learn anymore and we want to live in that whole space of whatever we have learned, is something what keeps challenging us all the time. And that's what causes the stress, which we all know that why it is there, but we really don't want to change that. So I think that whole attitude towards changing things definitely will bring a perspective where you will not feel stressed anymore. Or even if you are stressed, at least you know how to overcome that. That's something is what I have applied in my life, and I'm sure, it will help others also.
So when you sit across the table and when you are interviewing a person, what new things would you like to add on or improvise? What do you do?
See, in terms of improvisation, I don't think so at this stage. But as long as people are being their real self, like I just said, that don't just give an interview because it's a very fancy organization. Don't just give an interview because it's a very fancy package or it's a very fancy profile. It will only gonna live for a very, very short term. Maybe just to impress certain set of people, but over the period you will definitely realize it's not for you. The sooner you realize that, the better it is. There are very few people who are able to realize that before they sit for the placement. It's even better. But yes, it gets in its own baggages. You have to really deal with outside world, because we like it or not, at the end of the day, what we want to go out and tell, hey, I've got a good package. I've got placed with A, B, C kind of organization. So it may be slightly spiritual, it may be slightly elite, but eventually I think the happiness will come once you decide that this is what I want to do.